Welcome to another episode of Cougar TV. I'm Ellie Myers.
And I'm Morgan Barsakini.
December has arrived, and along with it, the magical spirit of Christmas.
Yeah, and the Christmas music too.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
Luckily, our jazz band's soothing music gave our ears a much-needed break.
We caught up with Mr. Combs and a few jazz band members to get the inside scoop about what they do and how they do it.
Well, I started playing jazz band in high school. I went to Wasson High School here in Colorado Springs a long time ago and loved it, and I played in jazz band in college as well, and I've been teaching jazz band ever since I started teaching school in 1974. Well, here we have two jazz bands. We have an intermediate and an advanced, and they both have to be, you have to audition to get into either one of them. So for the advanced jazz band, it's quite it's demanding to get into it. The audition is difficult. Well, we have saxophones, trombones, trumpets in the horn section, and then we also have in the rhythm section guitar, bass guitar, drums, vibes, and an assortment of other percussion instruments. We do a concert every quarter here in our auditorium, and then we have jazz festivals that we go to outside of the school as well.
My name is Payson, and I'm lead trumpet in jazz band.
My name is Cole Cotton, play guitar in jazz band.
I've been in jazz band since 7th grade at Holmes Middle School, and there are two jazz bands here at Coronado. So freshman year, I was in jazz band 2, and then since then I've been in jazz band 1.
And same story as him, been in it since the beginning, so yeah.
Yeah, so our band name is Draw 5, and we started the Coronado High School Jazz Combo the beginning of last year, and from that it kind of developed into like this outside of school thing. We play around town for just gigs, like anybody that'll hire us. We played at Coronado, which is in Old Colorado City. We play a lot of private parties. It's really kind of progressed nicely in the last couple months. So my name is Payson, and let me do that again. That was horrible. My name is Payson. The way I said it was so dumb.
That sure was jazzy.
All right, let's look at how our sports teams are doing. Winter sports are underway, and here's our scores for the first week. Boys basketball lost 51-49 to Harrison. Girls basketball lost 42-54 to Harrison. Wrestling won 61-18 against Castleview. Girls swim won 122-58 against Fountain Forest Carson. Hockey won 2-1 against Air Academy. Good luck to everyone at the start of their seasons.
Now, let's take a dive into swimming and see how they're kicking off their season.
Good. We're all kind of just been working on technique and practice and endurance and stuff so far. I think it'll be good. We got a good coach who's going to help really dedicated swimmers, and they're going to be doing their best.
And other talents they'll never attain.
The Coronado Arts Department contains a variety of skilled visual artists.
One such artist is Mr. Magnuson. We checked in to see if he could give us a little insight into that wonderful world. Why did you become a teacher?
I became a teacher because it's so inspirational watching students do their work. Like, I love watching the problem solving that happens with students. They have this idea in their heads and I just watch them go through the process of how to make that into reality. And you know, my mom always taught me how to do art, and I loved that whole process of, you know, that relationship between my mother and myself and art making, and you know, I just continued down that path. So I am a ceramicist. I actually have my own company. It's called Ecology, and I throw functional pottery on the wheel and then sell it through Etsy and other craft stores and stuff like that. So clay is my jam. I love it. It's literally, I just get to work with mud all day long. You know, it's messy, but I mean, I love it so much. So yeah, so art club is just a time that people can come and be creative and make artwork. And you know, we are open, the studios are all open, so students can learn clay if they haven't done clay, they can paint if they haven't painted before, they can draw, and it's just a time to kind of let your creativity out and just kind of discover and play and do things like that. And you know, we'll do other projects for, you know, homecoming. We'll do some of the decorations for that. You know, at times we'll come up with projects and we'll do it as a group. But it's, like I said, it's just a great time to just come and work in the studios. We're open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from right after school till 4:30. Ms. Foose will be here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm here on Wednesdays to help out. So it was one of my past students that just called me Clay Jesus, and you know, it happened when I was throwing on the pottery wheel. And I think, you know, the thing that happens when you're really good, or when you're good at the pottery wheel, all of a sudden you can just make the clay do something really quickly. And I think, you know, this idea of like taking a lump of clay and transforming it into something beautiful, you know, it's kind of like what Jesus does, you know? So I think that, and then also it might have to do something with, I don't know, the way I look.
What a talented and inspiring individual.
Yes, indeed. That talent is the result of years of hard work and persistence.
Well, I'm about spent from all this hard work, so I'm Morgan Marsicchini.
And I'm Ellie Myers.
Stay classy, Coronado.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos.
Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight.
They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh.
And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly.
And so I'm offering this simple phrase
To kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas to you.
You ever just
Other
realize that you're doing nothing with your life?
Yeah.
And then you realize that that's acceptable because we're high schoolers. I feel like I'm not at all prepared for the adult world.
I can't drive. I don't have a job. I'm a mess.
That's a fact. That's exactly the same.
Ah.
I'm so bad at driving. Guys, I've taken out 2 stop signs and 6 mailboxes.
God.
I don't even have my
Aren't you-
license yet.
Aren't you driving with someone?
Yeah.
How do you?
It wasn't all at the same time.
Well, yeah, I figured it wasn't all of the
It was
same
within
time,
the span of 6 weeks, but we were driving and my dad's like, predictive turning, practice. I'm like, okay, we're turning right soon. So if anyone ever takes me home, I'll show you where the stop sign, that it's like at a 45-degree angle and it's completely my fault.
That's so dumb.
Are we filming? Yeah. Oh, we got all of that? Fantastic.
Iconic.
We're putting that on the.
That's going in the bloopers.
Okay.